rapper with a Shamen.
Hi, I'm Colin. I'm producer, programmer, guitarist, keyboard player, and dog's body with the shaman.
Oh, I'll do some of them as well. Come on.
In America, people have heard a great deal about the raves and the rave parties in England. Being one of the originators and perfecters of the rave, could you describe a rave experience?
Well, for a start, what's known as a rave currently in Britain, and I suspect in America, is actually quite a mainstream affair and was derived from a much more interesting earlier model, the 1987 so-called acid house experience, which were like underground, really underground parties which were held in warehouses and so on.
Yeah, rave culture is changed over the years. Definitely, it's like the rave culture in the UK, especially, has become very, like Colin says, mainstream, overground. You'll find like a lot of rave stuff in the pop charts, and like it's like silly programs like Hitman and Her on TV that play just pure rave, with like Sharon, Kevin types people being there. It's really not the progressive culture that people believe it to be. It's more a macho kind of dance version of heavy metal rather than something that is, say, more psychedelic and futuristic.
The tour you're bringing to America, does it fit the classification of a rave or is it different? If so, how?
I'd say it was definitely a different kind of thing. It is on a similar model to the rave, but it is a more underground phenomena. The music isn't total rave music. It's like techno, house, other forms of dance, alternative, industrial. It's not just rave. It is a total music experience that will take you, and it's also combines a live concept which takes it away from being just a pure rave with DJs playing tracks.
Yeah, the emphasis at Progeny is very much on live music. So, in addition to a full DJ lineup and sound selection, you're also going to get live performances, not just from the Shaman, but also from whichever other acts we have with us on the tour.
You mentioned Progeny. What's Progeny?
Progeny is a sequel to Synergy. Synergy is the concert rave club that kind of thing that Shaman took around the UK, and that's now changed to Progeny through different reasons of there being companies already called Synergy in America, and also the fact that it was time for change, being that this is a new Shaman. So, Progeny is to issue forth from, and that's exactly what we do in every sense of the word.
What have been the positives of presenting raves and the negatives, particularly to the Shaman?
Well, to present to the positive side of presenting rave type events is that we can really express ourselves live to people and like let them know where we're at and let them actually get involved and take part, so there isn't like us and them. It's one unified amount of people under one roof, all receiving the same rhythm signatures and the same thought patterns, and getting off onto one direct large atmosphere that is like unifying everyone that is in the building. It's like, definitely brings everyone together as one, rather than have it as like us and the punters. It's like one big happy thing.
Calm. And the negatives?
Negative sides. Is there a negative side to entertaining people?
Well, the negative thing about putting on raves, of course, is that you are likely to get into trouble with police and licensing laws and health and safety authority and all that if you're doing bona fide illegal events. But the good thing about Progeny, the good thing about the shows we've been doing ever since we started doing this kind of event back in '88, is that Synergy, Progeny, whatever we're doing is called, it's always been a completely legal dance experience, and that's one of the very positive things about it. I think that we can take it all around the place and do the kind of shows, do the kind of people that we want to do, and it is all completely legal and above board.
Okay. Is the rave live performance that you're doing now differ from what you were doing with Will, and if so, how?
Well, it is different. It's a development of what I was doing with Will. obviously each time we take the show out, we make it bigger and better, scaling up the production. It's also a development of the Shamen lineup as well, according to the plan which myself and Will had, of incorporating a rapper and a female vocalist into the lineup. So all those things make it different, but the biggest difference of all is that there ain't no Will.
How does the intermingling of the light show and sound quality bring a new twist?
Well, it's like
Is it a planned concoction or a spontaneous freeform melding of light and sound?
Well, it's more than that. It's a synergy of light and sound. It's more than just the sum of the parts. It's more than just sound and light, and the word psychotronic, if such a word exists. I would say it means that the combined sensations of the sound and lights produce an experience which simulates or stimulates the altered states of psychedelic consciousness.
How are the DJs and, for example, guests like Moby chosen? Do they have an input into the elements of the rave performance?
yes, people like Moby have been chosen because of their performance level and because of the energy level that they're actually producing live. Moby is an astounding entertainer, and he's the sort of guy that will come and add an extra little sparkle to the show and give it that extra something that maybe we can't give or maybe another act can't give, because everybody has their individual personalities and way of expressing themselves towards the public.
Given the success that you have with the tour, what are the probabilities this creates a whole new way of touring in the States?
Well, the conventional manner of touring in the States has been very like rock orientated, band. Everyone stands there, waits for the band to come on. Band come on, people watch band, go home. This is a totally different concept altogether. This is a whole evening night of entertainment, and it's not just about coming to see a band. It's about experiencing all the things that go on around it, i.e. the lights and the sound system, all the different forms of music coming from different DJs and different acts, the decor, the atmosphere is definitely more of a journey into another dimension or a parallel world rather than just going to see a band perform on a stage.
And I do think it will influence other bands that are going to be touring in the States, American bands as well. We've already influenced a whole school of bands back here in Britain that have to some extent copied our idea of the fusion of live music and dance music into their tours. I'm thinking particularly of bands like Farm, Happy Mondays, Primal Scream, who all in the last year or so have adopted this kind of format for the live shows. We've been doing it since '88, and undoubtedly when we take it to America it will spawn a few imitators there as well.
I could well imagine by the end of the 90s that the whole tour thing in America will be a totally different level as to what it is now. People will see true entertainment and value for money and expect so when they go to future events after we've been to the States, I'm quite sure.
Where did the original idea for a rave come from?
Right, the original model for the rave goes right back to
86 even.
86
in 86 there was warehouse parties in London that were in a way like raves, but they didn't play just dance music all night. It would also have been slower stuff like hip hop and reggae in different rooms and like funk and rare groove kind of stuff. But when that moved into 87, attitudes started to change. People started to get bored with the same old soul music and stuff, and that warehouse model then became the acid house model that was mentioned earlier on in this interview.
So are the roots for rave and everything to do with rave purely a dance experience? Is there no rock element involved there?
Oh no, there definitely is a rock element there. The whole point of dance culture and rave culture is that you've got percussions and drums that will move you and take you to that higher altered state. And then after that, there are no rules. Anything goes. The influences can come from rock.